Hey everyone, I'm Kate. Let's talk theater pop figures. I am going to be making my first ever custom pop figure. I see them all the time. I love pop figures. It's time to get in on it, and we are going to be using the Disco Barbie, Gold Disco Barbie from the Barbie movie, and we're going to be going for this. We're going to be going for Katrina Lenks' Bobby from the Company revival. I'm scared that I'm going to ruin her for nothing. I've done a little bit of research on like the right kind of paints to use, but that's really it. I guess I wasn't paying a lot of attention because I didn't realize she has a crown. So we're gonna have to do something to get this off. I am okay with the back looking a little bit funky, but this needs to go. Katrina Lenk was not wearing a crown. She should have been, but she wasn't. Okay. Do you think it might just pop out? I feel like it wants a little bit to come out. I'm scared of like beheading her. Oh my god. Okay. I can hear something happening. I mean, it's giving death becomes her, but I can't believe that worked. I feel so strong right now. I think someone smarter than me would fill this in. That's probably not gonna happen. She's probably just gonna have a death becomes her style gash in her head. I'm very excited that was a lot easier than I expected. So, I got some acrylic paint. We're gonna do her hair first. It feels like the way to go. I'm gonna get this off. It's too valuable. I keep cutting myself off, but the standing desk is not the ideal height to also show it. I read online that I should water the acrylic paint down a little bit to better match the paint that's going to actually be on the pop figure, which would be her skin. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to cut myself off a little bit here. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. Oh, it's running. Ah. Okay. I don't know. I just love Company. Company was a musical that I kind of kept almost going to. I almost went on the West End, actually, in 2018. I was studying in Ireland, so I was, reasonably nearby, but just never really found a plane schedule that was going to kind of get me in and out. I was still young, and a flight on Ryanair is not crazy expensive, but if I were to have to stay, that was the whole thing. So I was like, you know what, I can't really find a good day trip situation, so I ended up not going. And in hindsight, I'm really glad that I didn't, because in listening to the soundtrack and even just let me do this a little bit, even in just the styling of Bobby for the West End is so different, and I just have the feeling I wouldn't have fallen in love with Rosalie's portrayal of Bobby in the way that I did with Katrina Lenk. I think I was also just in a different stage of my life, whereas then I was supposed to see it in 2020, April of 2020. Obviously I didn't, and so I finally get to see it November 2021, and I was in a period in my life where I was kind of very consciously single. I was coming out of my early 20s, going through grad school and just trying to grow up, not make crappy relationship choices that you make in your 20s, and watching a show about relationships ended up affecting me in such a way, and infecting me in a way that watching a male Bobby didn't. And so I ended up growing very attached, and it was just that sort of show where it comes into your life where you need it, and it shows you something, and you leave. This inner part scares me quite a bit. but I feel like you leave changed by it. You walk away with pieces, and I also got to keep going, because this was the first time post-pandemic that I really had the knowledge, the means, right? I was like old enough to really be like going even to New York by myself on a semi-regular basis. I'm gonna, I guess, switch to the little one now. I also discovered lotteries and like how they really worked, and so I was able to go to company like multiple times, bring different people. There's something so special to me about going to a show that I've already seen, but getting to bring more people and in a way you're seeing it for the first time. Sorry, this is so stressful. I do not have the hand for this. Getting to see a show that you really love through someone's eyes, I think in a way, it allows you to relive it a little bit. You know, learning, you know, what did they gain from it? Was it different from what I gained from it? And just all of the lovely things that come with the theater experience. Now this piece, that's not going to be cute. I might have to like fully wait till this thing dries to attack some of that. I got to see it 6 times in doing the lottery. 4 of those times. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, it turned out it's because like not enough people were going, and then sadly it closed. I wish it was a show that more people resonated with. I think it's very conceptual, and again, it feels like a show that maybe in some ways it's like you, oh god, should have gotten like a Q-tip or something. Yeah, see, this stand is going to cause me problems, but I can't rip it out or she won't ever stand up. And then let's leave it alone. So here she is so far. As you can see, yeah, this bottom part's going to be really difficult, I feel like. But now we just let her dry. Okay, I am starting the jumpsuit. We did the black. I think it came out pretty good. I did like 3 coats. Serving. The back was a little bit difficult, but I feel like it came out pretty decently. I got a little bit on her face. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm just gonna hope I don't mess it up even more. We got the red paint out. This is a different brand. It is not enjoying the watering down as much as the other brand. So I'm a little bit nervous about the sparkles, if that's gonna look funky. I'm hoping maybe I'll just do like an extra coat or 2, and I'm hoping that the texture will go away. But it's coming out better than I expected, honestly. Oh, I might do some touch-ups here. We're gonna kind of see how it goes, but I wanted to move on to the jumpsuit. Now this is gonna be, I don't know if it's that I don't have a steady hand, oh god, or I just don't have the patience. A goal of mine would be to make Brittany Coleman's Bobby as well. She was the tour Bobby, and she played it very differently than Katrina Link, and the productions were a year and a half apart from seeing the last one for me, and then when it came into Philly, and I was in a very different point in my life, and it kind of, again, like, it just feels like one of those shows that comes at the right time, because I feel like Brittany Coleman was so different, but it fit me more now. Yeah, I never expected to watch a show, oh god, about, you know, somebody a decade older than me and be like, wow, that hits. But I don't know. I think the pressure that women feel starts so young. And I don't know, maybe it's something men experience too, but definitely not in the way that company originally told, at least anymore. This is so much more difficult than I thought it was gonna be, but like, look at her. Look at her. She's coming along. Y'all, the hair, I just feel like got me so confident, but this is not going well. I guess I needed a smaller brush. Sorry, we are struggling. It is a bloodbath. He is coming along. We still need to get the shoes, and then we need to get this. You can't really tell. There you go. There's a very small amount in there that needs to get done. And I don't feel like getting the red out to like water it down. I can water this down maybe. Okay, I put a bloop of water in the cap. We're gonna get in here. This is not neat, by the way. There's paint on her stand. I'm gonna try to have to do some cleanup afterwards. I don't need it to be like perfect by any means. You know, this isn't, oh god, that's very stressful. Okay, this isn't like going to anyone. I'm not selling. I'm not gonna like suddenly make a pop figure business here. How do people do this? How do people have it in them? I think that this is fun. I think if I like stumble upon another pop figure that kind of speaks to me, and I could see a way to make it into a character that I love, like I will do it again. Because I love pop figures. They're just cute. I love having little symbols of things that I enjoy. Okay, nope, no. We're not doing the little wrist cuffs. That's just too much. Know your limits. I'm honestly surprised by how well she's coming along. We have like black there, a little bit of black remnant there. Okay, we are doing our final steps. Got the white paint, watered it down a little bit, very small amount. And we're gonna do the shoes. And then we're done. So my question for you, as you have watched this, is there a show where you wish you had memorabilia like this, whether you're into pop figures or something similar? Is there kind of like merch that other fandoms and things have that you wish Broadway shows kind of got involved in? I know there are Hamilton pop figures, so it's not completely unheard of, but it's like Hamilton is so in the mainstream. I see people make like Legos and other things, and so I'd be interested to hear. Is there something you wish Broadway would kind of get in on? I might have watered this down too much. What is happening? It's like disappearing. What is that? I probably watered it down too much. Okay. It's like disappearing as I paint. See, this is why I stick to crochet. There's not the stress. You just undo it. The paint's on the red. She's almost there, and she's only a little bit banged up in the process, so I will take it. Here is the final product. Here is my girl. She looks so cute. As you can see, is she perfect? Literally no. I'm not neat enough for that, but she does the job. Company for me just really envelops the beauty of theater. The fact that one revival to the next can create such a different experience, and one can be so meaningful to one person and another be so meaningful. I just love it. It's really a musical for me that felt like it was just in my life at the right time, something I needed. And I love having a little bit of memorabilia to celebrate that. So again, let me know, is there merch that you wish theater would get involved in? Little collectibles and items like this. What do you want to see? Is there a show that you would go to the trouble to do this for? And if you ever see a pop figure that I could turn into Brittany Coleman's Bobby, you will have to let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And exit music. Bum, ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 da.